What's up, everybody? It's your boy J.O. bringing you another little sports update. It's another episode of Just in Time. Before we get started, man, make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Like all the videos, subscribe to the channel, man. It helps us. We really appreciate it. And let's get into it, man. Y'all see what's on my head. Went to the Jaguar game this past weekend, this past Sunday, and everything that we've been saying all off season, before the draft, all this, Jaguars not tanking, it came into fruition. I'm just gonna get into it. Jaguars played good, man. They played good. A lot of things to still improve, but but the young guys came out. They showed heart. They faced adversity, and they did not give up. They played together. They played team ball, and it seemed like somebody knew was making plays, man. Somebody knew every play. You know, Wingard making plays, breaking on crosser routes from the deep middle third. Like really reading, picking off a potential Hall of Fame quarterback in Phillip Rivers, man. The D-line, the defense, period. I'm gonna start with the defense. They stopped the run, man. Held the Colts to 76 yards rushing. That's within 4 different backs, man. And Colts have one of the best lines, if not the best line, in NFL football. So the young guys came, they were getting pressured. I think they got to Phillip Rivers one time, but the picks that he threw, he was under pressure. Maybe not too much pressure, but I would classify that as a quarterback pressure because he was thinking about that rush. The rush was about to break through, you know. So I feel like he rushed his stroke, and the rookie C.J. Henderson came up with a pick. You know, like I said before, Andrew Wingard came in with a pick. Stepped in as a backup when Gerard Wilson went down with hamstring problems. He came in and made a play, you know. And that's what Doug Marrone's been preaching. He's been preaching the skill set of this team, you know, the way they play as a team, you know. They back each other up. There's no pointing of the fingers, you know. They see a problem, they correct it right then. You know, Josh Jones made impacts. He made a couple tackles, made plays on defense. New starting safety that replaced Ronnie Harrison. I already mentioned C.J. Henderson. Trey Herndon, I didn't hear not a lot from him, but that's a good thing when you're a corner, you know. I didn't see anybody catch the ball on him, really. Let's talk about the first couple drives. The first couple drives. The first drive, the Colts, I was a little worried, you know. The Colts drove down the field pretty easily and scored on those screens, and then eventually scored on another screen later on in the game to go up 14-7 with the Jags, man, over the Jags. But, you know, halftime came around, adjustments were made, and it was great adjustments. Devon Hamilton, man, in that middle. He made plays. Like every time he came in the game, I watched him, and he went up against Quentin Nelson, the best guard in football, and he threw him around like one of those 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s, those 4th and shorts and 3rd and shorts. He was the main reason why there was no push from the offensive line. You know, Avery Jones made plays, man. Taven Bryan taking on double teams, taking up blocks. He did his job. Chason was getting pressure. He had a pick, but it was called back because of pass interference. But, you know, he still flashed. You know, Josh Allen was getting pressure. He kind of scared me when he went down for an injury, you know, but it eventually ended up being cramps. So he came back in the game. D-line was getting pressure, man. They didn't get home. Miles Jack made a lot of plays, man. He was all over the place. Him and Joe Schobert, man. I feel like just the defensive line, they did their part, man. The linebackers got through the gaps very clean. That's what you need from your defensive line. You want your defensive line to keep the blockers away from your linebackers so they can go through these gaps very clean, shoot the run, shoot the gaps, and make tackles, man. And that's what we seen. A couple missed tackles from Joe Schobert, a couple missed tackles from Miles Jack, but that happens, you know. That happens. We can clean that up. We can improve on that. But overall, the defense played good, man. C.J. Henderson ended the game on 2 pass breakups on T.Y. Hilton. Don't take that lightly. Don't. That's a big deal. He ended the game on a third down. Incomplete pass. He broke it up. Fourth down. Came back to end the game. They're driving. About to be in the red zone if he catch that ball. C.J. Henderson made a play, man. I think he had like 4 passes defense, pick. Hey, man. Great. Hell of a debut, man. Hell of a debut. Now let's move over to the offensive side of the ball, man. Gardner Minshew. Mr. Efficient. Man, that man went 19 for 20, 173 yards, 3 touchdowns, man. 3 touchdowns. He hit 10 different receivers throughout the game. Little quick passing scheme. Quick passing scheme. They went down the field one time to DJ Chark, and it was a pass interference. I feel like he was going to come down with that ball, but Xavier Rhodes grabbed him. He knew he was beat. He grabbed him, almost tackled him. So that's about the only time we went downfield. I didn't see too many balls outside of the numbers. You know, that's one thing I feel like Gardner can improve on. Last year, his best balls was outside of the numbers when he was throwing those deep balls to DJ Chark. And I felt like he needed to throw a little bit more inside. But the scheme that Jay Gruden has in place, man, quick passing scheme, he was getting the ball out very quick. But it was for chunks. He averaged 8.7 yards a throw. So it's not him dinking and dunking. He's just picking and getting the ball to the right receiver. He's reading and he's getting the ball out quick. You know, offensive line, they played great. You know, he wasn't really running around too much. He got sacked twice. I feel like he left the pocket a couple times too early on those runs that he had, but he was effective on the yards that he got. So I'm not mad about that. But the only thing I can say is, you know, the slants and the crosses across the middle, the little hooks right in front of his face, you know, things that he can see. Jay Gruden made it very easy for him, for Gardner Minshew and the Colts. I mean, the Colts couldn't do anything. It seemed like every receiver that got on the field, they were getting open, man. Our receiving core is going to be very productive this year. Never seen the Jaguars receiving core who can get open and create separation like this group, man. They're physical. They're big. Other than Keelan Cole, you know, Keelan Cole, he plays big though. You know, he might not be the biggest guy, but he plays big. He catches a lot. He catches balls in traffic. You know, he can run after the catch, get those tough yards. Laviska Shenault came in and got a touchdown on his debut, man. He's going to be a weapon. They put him out there. They put him on Wildcat. He got a couple of those throws across the middle and had some yak yards after that. It's going to be tough for these DBs to tackle this man. He's big. He's big. I seen him in person. He's big. He is big. It's his lower half, man. This is lower half, and he's big. DJ Chark looks so smooth, man. When he caught his ball, he only caught 3 for 25 yards, but he caught a touchdown. Every ball that he caught, separation about 5 yards. You know, DJ looks smooth. It looked like he can run any route that he wants. He can get open at any time, man. And he wasn't worried about not getting as many targets, you know, because everybody else was eating. Everybody was eating. Everybody ate, man. Colin Johnson got into action, man. And the throw that Gardner Minshew threw to Colin Johnson on the third down, Gardner Minshew, let me mention this, Gardner Minshew hit a lot of big third downs that we needed, you know. So moving the ball on third down, that's key for having a good quarterback, man. But Colin Johnson, that third down across the middle, Colin Johnson ran like a dig route, maybe a little post that he flattened down. But Gardner Minshew anticipated that throw. It was a lot of anticipation throws, you know. Quick game, that's what quick game is, anticipation. He showed a lot of great anticipation on his throws, and that's what you have to do in the NFL because things aren't going to look open, you know. Things aren't going to be look open, even though Jay Gruden schemed some plays open where receivers were running wide open, you know, especially on that Keelan Cole touchdown. But man, I'm so excited about the Jags, man. I'm so excited about these young guys. We got Tennessee coming up next week. Another big test, division game. Can we stop Derrick Henry? Can we stop Derrick Henry? Can we stop A.J. Brown? You know, I feel like A.J. Brown would be a little bit easier than Derrick Henry, of course. But the way they show that they can stop the run and stuff that middle, I think we got a good chance, man. I think we got a good chance. I'll come back and talk to y'all about what I think will go down against the Tennessee Titans later on this week. But man, I just want to talk about the Jags for real, man. I was in the building, man. Lost my voice. I want to see all the tankers. I want the tankers to be in the comment section. That's what I want, man. I want to see y'all because I just kept talking. We just kept talking about, not even we. No, I'm not going to include myself in that because you can go back into the last videos, whatever video, man, when we talk about the Jaguars, and we never mentioned tanking at all. You know, we were so upset that everybody used that word tanking, and you haven't even seen the team yet. So I was optimistic, you know. Meatball was optimistic. We trusted the coaches. We just didn't think the coaches were just gonna put anything out there, man. If you're in the NFL, if you made it to the NFL, there's no scrubs in the NFL. If you made it to the NFL, you got there fair and square. Maybe a little politics here and there, I don't care. But if you got there, it's a skill set that you have that is valuable to some teams, whatever, you know. But there's nobody sorry in the NFL. Everybody is athletic. Everybody is fast. Everybody is strong. Everybody is big. It's the top of the top. So nobody's a scrub in the NFL, man. But anyways, man, I'm proud of the Jaguars. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. Keep getting success. Keep getting better. Keep improving. Make your adjustments. Keep playing together. I like it, Duval. James Robinson, I'm sorry. James Robinson looked better than Leonard Fournette. I'm sorry. He did. He hit holes. 17 carries, 62 yards. He had that catch for 28 yards where he hurdled somebody. I did not see that coming, man. James Robinson is going to be a treasure to watch. Undrafted free agent. They hit on that one. They hit on that one. Give the coaches their strawberries or their berries or their credit for real, because they deserve it. All the heat that they took on during the offseason before the season started with all these moves that people thought were stupid and this and that. We trade away good players. We always do this. But they proved y'all wrong, and they put out a solid team. Solid team. So I'm excited for the season, man. You know I'm going to be in this building for almost every home game, man. And I'm going to be rooting for the Jaguars all year, man, like I always do. But good job, Jags. Let's do all till we die. But I want to touch on teams that stood out to me over the weekend. Bro, great football. Great first week of the NFL, man. It couldn't even be any better. There's no blowouts. Everybody was in the game. Of course, some teams pulled away late. But still, everybody was in the game. And the better team, like they always do, they capitalized off of the lesser team's mistakes, of course. But some teams that stood out, man, Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray is a problem. DeAndre Hopkins is a problem, and that defense is solid, man. Buda Baker, you know, on the back end, man. You got Christian Jones on the outside, the rest of the passing, man. And then you got Isaiah Simmons. He got beat on by Monster playing man coverage. He ran a little angle route, little Texas route, go outside and then cut right back inside. So, but I feel like you got to take those bumps and bruises to get acclimated, man. You're not the most athletic person on the field anymore, Isaiah Simmons. So it's gonna take a little bit of work, but I know you're gonna be fine, bro. They're gonna coach you up. You know, get you in these right positions, right situations, and put you in a place where it's going to succeed. But they beat the defending NFC champions, man, and they're in their division. So that's a good stop. That's a good jump to start the division for the Cardinals, man. They're 1-0. Kyler Murray, man. I keep talking about it. I keep talking about him. Kyler Murray and D-Hop is going to be a problem. I'm telling you, D-Hop can get whatever he wants. And they got it to him. They got him the ball in different ways, man. They got him. They gave him a couple screens that he made, that he turned from 1 yard to 15. You know, when he running routes, nobody's gonna cover him, so he's gonna get that separation. He's gonna catch the ball if it's in his vicinity. So the Cardinals, man. The Cardinals are a team to look out for. Another team, man, Seattle. Russell Wilson, man, he missed 4 passes, throwing the ball 5 times. That's crazy, bro. 31 for 35, 322 yards, and 4 touchdowns, man. Spreaded the ball around. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. They can run the ball when they want to with Chris Carson and Carlos Hyde, man. I thought the O-line was going to be a problem, but it did not look like a problem. Russell Wilson was back there looking like the best quarterback in the game, man. And that's tough for me to say because, you know, it's my homeboy for me. It's my homeboy. But my homeboy, you know, he didn't have a game like that. But I'm not putting Russell Wilson over my homeboy. I'm not. That's just not smart. But Russell Wilson is definitely number 2 in my books. Definitely number 2 and not that far from the Patrick Mahomes, man. Let's see what they do, man. Jamal Adams, he likes his defense, man. He wasn't bored. Just putting that comment out, going back to his old team, what his coaches were saying he was going to be in this new system. But Jamal Adams made plays, man. That's a pivotal piece that they added to that defense, man. So the Seahawks, man, definitely they're gonna be a problem in the NFC, like we already knew, man. We already knew. They always seem like they're in the playoffs. They're in position to make a run, you know. So look out for the Seahawks. Who else did I like, man? The Ravens look great. They didn't miss a beat. Lamar is a total package, man. If you wanted to be a quarterback, you should strive to be Lamar Jackson, man. I would try to build myself as Lamar Jackson. Of course, he needs to work on his arm still a little bit, but he's throwing the ball great, man. I don't even think he needs to work on his, but it's always time to get him to improve. You know, it's always time. You always want to improve, but. Man, J.K. Dobbins making plays, man. Mark Ingram in the backfield. And Lamar Jackson just Hollywood. Mark Andrews, the tight ends. The defense was just the Ravens look good, man. The Ravens look good. And I'm happy for Cam with the Patriots too, man. Cam, new offense. They sculpted that offense around him, man. Cam rushed for 15 times, man. Rushed 15 times, 2 rushing touchdowns, 15 for 19 passing. Bill Belichick said, hey, I can't beat Lamar Jackson, so let me get me my own little version of the closest thing to Lamar Jackson. You know, even a bigger body than Lamar Jackson that could probably do a little bit more. Bigger arm than Lamar, you know, but he can really bang his body into another big body and won't really feel that collision or that contact, you know, just because he's so big. But Cam Newton looked good, man. Cam Newton looked good. The defense, the Patriots, which I did not worry about, even after losing all these starters from COVID. But, you know, the Patriots look good. They are who we thought they were. Well, not who y'all thought they were. People thought they were tanking as well. But I don't see how you can tank with a former MVP and then the greatest coach to ever coach, man. You know? So, I don't get it, man. The Buccaneers, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Tom Brady looked okay. You know, he had some good throws, but those 2 picks, he had a pick 6. He's thrown a pick 6 in the last 3 games that he's played. Not saying Tom Brady is washed, because he's definitely not, man. He still has this. And his arm still looks good, man. He's still putting balls in tight windows. It's just they have to just keep playing, man. They got to play, get more rapport with each other, learn the system. And I like how BA is, Bruce Arians is calling out Tom Brady, man. You know, even though he came back and said that Tom wasn't wrong, he was on the receiver with throwing those picks. But hey, the Saints look good. They stalemated in the second half, man. They need to. I feel like they need a little bit more. They need to add. I mean, Michael Thomas can't beat everything, man. Emmanuel Sanders is a great receiver, man. You got to add him into that. Kamara looked good, man. He looked even more explosive. Drew looked good. He looked like Drew. Accurate, you know. He looked like Drew. That defense caused the Buccaneers some problems, man. It caused them some problems. That defense, Marshawn Lattimore was locking down Mike Evans. He always gives them problems. Always gives them problems. And on the other end, you got Jackrabbit, Janoris Jenkins. He had a pick 6. And Michael Jenkins on the back end. Marcus Williams on the back end. Cameron Jordan coming off that edge. He stopping the run, causing sacks, causing havoc on that in the trenches, man. Bro, it's going to be so much great football, man. I know I can't go through all the games, but I've watched all the games. I got the NFL Game Pass. I watched every single game. It was just great football all around, man. All around. Definitely things that teams need to improve on. Looking forward to the season, especially for the Jaguars, man. If y'all like this video, once again, like and subscribe, man. NFL is back. Football is back, man. And I know y'all excited. I'm excited. Meatball not here right now, he handling business. When he not here, when I'm not here, he handling business. We handling business. That's all we do, man. But it's your boy J.O. It's another episode of Just in Time. Hope y'all liked it. And go Jags, man. Let's go.